All right, so do you remember these things that we dumped off out here many moons ago? Well, curiosity's got the best of me on that one, and we gotta try it out and see what we got. So that's what we're gonna do right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man, and the key to my heart is the magic word, free. And when I saw that sign alongside the road and these two things sitting there, I knew I had to have them, no matter what kind of garbage they might be. This deal here is probably past its day. However, I did get it to turn, so who knows? Maybe we can make her go. Maybe we should start with this one. It looks like it's got great oil, but when I got it, it acted like it was kind of stuckish. It's totally dry. But I'm kind of running thin in the video department, and so I thought this would be a good thing to do quickly tonight, where we could see, you know, if we have something worth saving, or if we need to get more stuff to make her go. Let me grab the gas. It's in the back of the truck here. I guess you can come along, you know? Why not? I get lonely coming back here. So we're gonna put a little bit of gas in this, and we'll give it a few pulls, and I mean a few. If it doesn't do something nice in a few pulls, why, friends, she's gonna stay just like it is. This even has electric start somehow or another, but I guess you gotta have the plug-in piece, which I don't have. Now, is any of this machine metal? Yes, thank goodness. So you can, in fact, stay on there. Used a way too big nozzle. I must put in way too much fuel. That ought to be enough to see that it's a failure, unless it somehow magically, no, there's the thing. Okay, cold start. It's pretty cold. Push red primer bulb 3 times with thumb firmly and squarely. Hold in for 1 second before releasing each time. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna give it one more. 4. That's probably, that'll be the killer. 4 was too many. Now, I don't know if I can do this and hold you at the same time, but we're gonna try. I wonder if you're supposed to, well. Ooh. I think she's had, but it hits a tough spot. This mower I'm not used to. It's got like, is this self-propelled? No? What is this? Why does it do this? That's probably something fancy. I mean, am I supposed to hold that down while I don't know. I think we're already at the limit of my patience. Oh, that is self-propelled, because when I pulled it, it started to go. Yeah, I don't think that she's worth much anymore. That's probably why it was free. But it's got compression. You just don't have running. So it might be worth, on a day when we have more time, pulling the spark plug out, carburetor cleaning, that sort of thing. But to heck with that one. Let's go to the electric start model.
1 eternity later.
I wonder what it's like to not be fat and out of shape, that something like that wouldn't wind you, but it does to me. Now, she's pretty low, However, it still has oil in it. So can it really be totally junk if it's got oil in it? And I think we decided it did turn, kind of, sort of. And it kind of felt like maybe there was a remnant of compression. So, full send. I mean, should we maybe put a little fresh gas in her? We don't even know if it's got old gas in it. Probably not. Nature has probably taken that away by now. Plus, I like wasting fuel. All for my good buddy Greta. How dare you! So, I'm gonna pour it in here, whether it's good or not. Drink up, friend. Today might be your day. How much is too much? Well, at 4 something a gallon, can you ever have too much? Come on. We've got grass to cut in several months. Come on.
Few inches later.
All right, perfect. So we slingshotted the spout out of it, which then rocketed gas all over everything. Sure. Now, I know the battery ain't gonna go. That's why I brought the jump pack over here. So we're gonna hook her up. These jumper cables I bought from the farm store are proving to be worth it, because I have used them almost every day to start stuff. Now, I have very low hope for this, as that positive cable looks like crap. But like I said, we're just in the fact-finding portion here. If we think that we have something, it may be worth revisiting later. But I gotta know. I gotta be thinking about it. A lot of my fixing happens without ever touching the machine. I think about it and what I should do, or, you know, so, sure. Now, nothing that's to be expected. Do we probably need, like, safety? That's a good sign, friends. Look at that. How about that, friends? I think we might have us something on that one. I'm gonna set these tools here so I close the hood on it later. Don't forget that. Now, we know it doesn't have enough oil in it, but we're gonna run it anyway because it was free. So, sure. Why does it do that? Okay, that would certainly be an annoying problem that would make a guy say I've had enough. When I let off the brake, it kills the motor. Oh, or does it just do it anyway? Maybe it just does it anyway. Lock in the hydro again. Nothing. Okay, well, we are about 80% better than I thought we would be as it runs. However, we are at about a 0 on transmission things. Now, this could be simply a matter of me not being too smart. And, you know, I'm saying it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's not, because I can see the problem now. The hydro belt is gone. you can kind of see some little flakies of it in there. So I'm betting that's why she no go. And put yourself in this guy's shoes. You're trying to mow 6 foot tall grass on a 90-degree summer day. Your wife is yelling at you, why don't you mow that grass? And you're like, I'm getting to it. You don't have to remind me every 6 months about it. So he's out there trying to get his grass mowed, you know, fresh barley pop in hand, and then the hydro belt shears. He doesn't know that's what happened. He's over it. So he goes in his nice Toyota Tacoma to the Walmart and he buys him a brand new Toro, and he leaves this one alone. And I'm saying that is probably exactly the version of what happened. Now, I really wanted to take my fat arm in there and try to turn that. I wasn't just telling a story. Okay, it does turn, so it's not locked up. Feels good, so I'm hopeful. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to get ourselves a hydro drive belt. And we're also gonna have to figure out, where does it hook to? It should hook up here. Does it hook up there? I feel remnants of it. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of work to do that, because it looks to me like they gave you zero ability to get in there to it. But that's okay, because like I said, the price is excellent on this rig. And you know, part of me says fix it up, sell it, get it out of here, which might still happen. Part of me says, hey, pump the brakes, fella. My zero turn is getting up there in years, and it could lay down any day. Maybe this thing would bail me out in a mowing or two. I don't know. I was hoping when I saw it that this deck would go right on my other one, but it won't. I don't believe so. It's slightly different. It's the same, but it's not. I wish it was, because my other one is a 50. Actually, looking at it now, it looks a lot closer than I thought, but I don't think it is. I don't think it will magically interchange. If it would, that would be excellent, because I keep all that stuff on hand, you see, or this deck could go slapped on the other one and what have you. But that is neither here nor there. Right now, what we did is we accomplished our fact-finding mission of, is it junk? And I'm going to say no, it is not, because it runs. And that is like 74.3% of what a lawnmower's job is to run. So I'm hopeful. And the bigger thing is, what I wanted to accomplish today with this is, now I know I can go ahead and order parts. And we need a hydro drive belt for definitely's. That should make her go. I mean, make her drive. And then when we get that done and we test it out and see that it's going to move forward and backward, then we maybe should invest in like a battery cable that's better, or at least a new end. Possibly a battery, you know, if we want to start it from the seat all the time. That would be all right too. Probably change the oil in it when we get that far, because not much to drain out. I mean, it's pretty well all gone. We just need to put on a new filter and some new oil. But yeah, and then we'll get down to, you know, less important things like making it have tires, you know. That's not really that important. Tractors had steel wheels for years. I'm sure that would be perfectly okay if we did that. So yeah, I mean, can I argue with this? Not at all. I mean, it's free. It was free. And my addiction to things that are free might have paid off in this case, because for the price of a drive belt and some oil and a filter, we might have a mower that we could use if we have to. You know, I do a lot of mowing around here which people don't maybe realize when they come here. But I really do mow a lot of grass, and a lot of it is not nice, level, pristine, whatever. So do I want to go buy a $17,000 zero turn and then run into stuff and hit some metal and all kinds of stuff? Not really. I'd much rather, you know, use my $3,000 zero turn and this free watching me here, and, you know, keep the grass shorter than it's supposed to be. So I'm super pumped, because I did not think that that was going to fire right up just like that, but I certainly know how the guy would feel. I mean, on a day when it was miserable outside, it doesn't take long to just be over it, you know? So I get it. This one, I would say, is probably toast, but who knows? I mean, maybe if I take the time to get that carburetor apart, and looks like it's kind of not the best, maybe clean it a little bit, spark plug maybe, that sucker might fire up too. It might be a safety switch issue, because this has got a lot of fancy gizmo gadgetry on it that I'm not up on. It's got this slider for self-propelledness, and I don't know. It did kind of feel tight though the first time I ever tried it, but it feels like it has compression, so I don't know. We'll take that spark plug out, and then we'll try to pull it and see if it, you know, if it still feels like it's got compression when the spark plug's out. Then we know it's got some sort of mechanical failure. But it looks nice, so, you know, maybe Craigslist and say barely used, I don't know. So once again, I would say 50% success rate, and I'll take those odds. I mean, that was enough to pass math class. Why wouldn't it be enough to get through life? So sure, I think we'll call this one here while we're money and time ahead, and I'll try to hunt down some parts, and we'll revisit this at some point, and we'll call it a win the day that we take it out and cut some grass with it. But that's still going to be about a month or so, I would say, before, at least, before we start getting some grass growth. But you never know. So I'll get that ordered, the belt and what have you, and we'll tinker with this one day when I got a lot of time to just fool with only this, and we'll see if we can get this out of the middle of the field here and maybe into some sort of shape where we can just hop on her and go. So that's what we'll do. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, and tell me how dumb you think I am, or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.